February 28, 2024, Sean Love Combs has been accused of sexual misconduct, sex trafficking, harassment, and a lot more. This ugly and disturbing allegation isn't quite a shocker, as he has been accused several times before. But what does Meek Mill have to do with all this escalated drama? Today, we're going to be looking at P. Diddy's ugly truth and discovering Meek Mill's true nature and how this controversy is connected to Meek Mill. Stay tuned as we uncover the darker parts of the entertainment industry. Sean Love Combs, who we all know as Puff Daddy and who also refers to himself as P. Diddy or Diddy, is a rapper, record producer, and record executive who discovered artists such as the notorious B.I.G., Mary J. Blige, and Usher. He has since been relevant since the 90s, but not without controversy. From being sued for landlord neglect in 1997, being arrested for weapons violations 2 years later, and also being arrested for a suspended license in Florida 2 years again after his previous arrest, to Tupac allegations in 2008, it goes on and on, with a lot in between. In November 2023, Cassandra Ventura made allegations against P. Diddy of sexual misconduct, harassment, sex trafficking, and rape, which were later dropped. But there have been cases of different women suing P. Diddy for sexually abusing them. But recently, some allegations have been made against him, and they're not sitting pretty well concerning his long-standing history. In February 2024, an employee of his called Rodney Jones, also known as Little Rod, filed a lawsuit for $30 million against him, accusing him of sexually assaulting him. He also claimed that P. Diddy forced him to solicit sex workers, take illegal drugs, and threaten him for more than a year. During the lawsuit, Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod, said he traveled with P. Diddy from September 2022 to November 2023, where he made videos and audios of P. Diddy and some of his staff and other people while they engaged in serious illegal activities. The footage included screenshots of parties hosted at P. Diddy's home, which had underage girls and sex workers in it, and also admitted that P. Diddy gave instructions that some of the girls' drinks should be laced with drugs. Well, if you think you have heard it all, wait till you hear this part. Rodney Jones accused P. Diddy of harassing and assaulting him while he stayed with him at home in New York, Florida, and Los Angeles, and it also happened on his birthday. According to the lawsuit, this harassment and assault was constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus. It also revealed that P. Diddy forced him to work in his bathroom as he showered naked. Things were spinning out of control, and Rodney didn't know who to talk to about his current situation, so he met Coram, who is P. Diddy's chief of staff, but she told him, according to the lawsuit, that Coram had said it was friendly horseplay, stating that those acts were Mr. Combs' way of showing that he likes you. This same lawsuit accused Coram of partnering with P. Diddy to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship. To please P. Diddy, he admitted that he was forced to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts with them, and he also used them to recruit sex workers for him. Rodney Jones described P. Diddy as forceful and demanding, and one time he forcefully made him see his gun display and told him how he had shot people and had gotten away with it. This made Rodney Jones afraid of him. He also made allegations against P. Diddy that he was drugged on February 2, 2023, and when he woke up, he found himself naked, lightheaded, and confused while in bed with P. Diddy and 2 other sex workers. He is also accusing him of not compensating him for the songs he produced on his album. In summary, Sean Love Combs, who is known as P. Diddy, is a dangerous man, and these allegations are certainly disturbing. Nowhere on this planet is it possible that all these people are falsely accusing him of this kind of misconduct. But you might be wondering what all this P. Diddy controversy has to do with Meek Mill. What I am about to say might shock you. Also stated in the lawsuit says, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. Yeah, this is where it suddenly takes another road. The footnote in the lawsuit did not end there, as it claims the rapper being talked about is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, while the R&B singer was revealed to have performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Stevie J has denied these allegations, but who is the rapper and R&B singer referred to? Well, Meek Mill started dating Nicki Minaj back in 2015 and later announced 2 years later that their relationship had ended. Usher performed at the Super Bowl 58 and also has a Las Vegas residency, which he announced last year. Both of these stars suit the description perfectly. Meek Mill made a post on X on February 28, 2024, which read, "I'm from Philadelphia. I don't do coke or freaky-ass Molly. Nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place doesn't get flipped. I woke up seeing this on every blog like they knew I was coming." In another post he wrote, "I have the right to say I ain't gay." Some other social media influencer, Andrew Tate, made a post on X earlier today that read, "So P. Diddy was having sex with Meek Mill and Usher?" But Meek Mill wasn't having it, and he gave Andrew Tate a face-slapped response, which was, "Were you sex trafficking women? The f*** wrong with you, Brody? If you saw a couple of our last videos, you definitely know where Meek was pointing. You could check it out to get the full details. Knowing Andrew Tate wouldn't back down, he also replied, "I only asked a question because everyone is saying it happened. Is it true or not?" We all know Meek Mill. His real name is Robert Rameek Williams, and he was born on May 6, 1987, and was raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. This American rapper started his music career as a battle rapper and later formed the Bloodhounds. Growing up was not all that easy, as he lost his father at a tender age, and his mom tried to provide for their family as best she could. Robert Rameek Williams took an interest in hip-hop as a teenager and started doing rap battles at the age of 14. In 2004, Meek created the club Bloodhounds, and they played at a local club. From this point on, he pretty much advanced in his career. But Meek Mill hasn't been without controversy. As we mentioned earlier, just recently in 2007, Meek Mill was accused by a member of the Philadelphia Narcotics Field Unit, NFU, Reggie Graham, of selling crack to an informant. He claimed that he had seen them while the deal went down, but Meek had an alibi. Meek was in a courtroom supporting his cousin, who was on trial at the same time Graham said he saw him selling crack, and for that, this accusation couldn't stand. That same year, Meek was arrested outside his home. Graham had accused Meek of pointing a gun at him, but Meek claimed normally he would carry his gun with him since he was on his way to the corner store, but that day he didn't take it with him. The police violently used his head, breaking down his door, and they found $30,000, but this was his cousin's and he sold weed. Meek Mill had to go to jail for this. In 2008, Meek had already faced 19 courts, but when he went in front of Judge Janice Brinkley for the first time, he was found guilty of 7 charges, 4 of which were gun charges. It turns out that illegally carrying firearms warrants a fine and house arrest. He spent 2 years in a county prison and 8 years on probation. In 2012, Meek was arrested because he was suspected of marijuana use, but he was later released as it turned out he was innocent. Throughout the end of 2012 and the beginning of 2013, he was in and out of court for a violation of probation hearing. After the release of the lead single for Dreams and Nightmares, titled Amen Philadelphia, area pastor Reverend Jomo K. Johnson made a statement. "As a hip-hop fan, I want to encourage every rap fan in Philadelphia who is a believer in Jesus Christ to boycott Meek Mill until he acknowledges this blatant disrespect. And being a resident of North Philadelphia and a pastor, I revoke Meek's hood pass until this happens." It turns out he wasn't too happy with the content. When Meek Mill was asked to comment on a BET show, he said,
"I don't got nothing really to say about it. They ain't really saying nothing about me passing out 5,000 coats in my hood or buying the whole school sneakers and letting the kids hold my Phantom Ghosts to go on their primes and things like that. Nobody ain't talking about that. So I think that ain't the only thing just to single out and zone out and think you could feel some type of way about. Everybody is human, you know what I'm saying? Pastors in my hood got Bentleys. I don't comment on they things or things they do, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't about that. It ain't about me. If you feel some type of way and you got something bad to say, keep it to yourself."
Remember earlier when we mentioned Reggie Graham, a member of the Philadelphia Narcotics Field Unit, NFU? If your gut feeling had told you something was up with this guy, then you were right. As it turns out, he was investigated for several acts of corruption. Following the recent allegations made by Rodney Jones that roped Meek Mill in, fans did some digging themselves. As it turns out, the internet never forgets Nicki Minaj. Meek Mill's then-girlfriend had given what fans referred to as a subtle hint about P.Diddy and Meek Mill's relationship, meaning she knew all along. 2 years ago, Nicki Minaj went live with Soulja Boy when she asked him,
"Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?"
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. 'Cause I do.
You said what?
A lot is going on in the industry, more than you can imagine, and we hope they all get exposed for what they are and punished for their crimes. Only time will tell if these allegations against Meek Mill are true or just lies. Thank you for watching this video. What are your opinions? Please comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe to get updated. See you next time.